One small, unimportant decision that you made that changed the whole trajectory of your life.
In 2007, I lost my job and I was super depressed, so I decided to take a cake decorating class at a local Michael's, just like the little Wilton courses. I was 7 months pregnant at the time, and after 2 months of taking the Wilton courses, I had to drop out to have my baby. It was my third baby in 3 years. I had a newborn, a 1-year-old, and a 2-year-old all in diapers, and we couldn't afford for me to not work and stay home with the kids. So I decided that I was going to start a small cake decorating business out of my house. For 2 years, I ran a cake business out of my house, and I did everything. Every consultation, every delivery, I decorated every cake, I baked everything, and I also took care of 3 babies in diapers while my husband worked 10 to 12 hours a day and commuted 2 to 3 hours on top of that. After 2 years of this, I was chronically exhausted. I had severe carpal tunnel in my right hand and moderate to severe in my left, and I had to stop working to go get carpal tunnel surgery. And when I was recovering from the surgery, I told my husband, I cannot keep doing this. People that do this either have a bakery or they have a daycare. So my husband said, well, why don't we open a bakery? And I just thought that that was ridiculous, because what did I know about that? I had never gone to culinary school. I hadn't even gone to college. But my husband and I were both retail managers. So we were like, I think we could probably, run a business, but we couldn't get a loan. We got $5,000 from the SBA, and we ended up having to finance the bakery on our credit cards. We charged $125,000 on our credit cards. We wrote out those advance checks that you get with like the 0% interest for 12 months. We figured we had 12 months to pay back all of that credit card debt before the interest kicked in. So 5 months after we had the idea to open a bakery, we opened our first location in Palmdale, California. We called the bakery Nadia Cakes after my middle daughter's nickname. And the bakery opened to instant success. We had a line wrapped around the building. All the people that came and supported me while I worked on my house came out to support my new inline store. And a few months after the bakery opened, I got contacted by TLC's show Fabulous Cakes, and I got casted to do season 1. Then I got casted to do season 2. And then a few months after that, I went on Cupcake Wars on the Food Network, and I won. We decided that we wanted to open up another bakery, but we didn't want to do it in California. We wanted to live somewhere where there were seasons. So we packed up our 3 kids and we drove cross country for 5 weeks. We drove through 23 states to try and look for a state that we wanted to live in. And we loved Minnesota. So we packed up our house that we owned for 8 years, packed up our kids, and moved to Minnesota in the winter where we didn't know anyone and we had no family. We opened up 2 more locations, one in a suburb of Minneapolis and another one in a suburb of St. Paul. After a few years, we got the bakeries running really well, and we got some really fantastic managers, so I decided to pursue my hobby, which was writing. And I ended up becoming a New York Times bestselling author for my rom-coms. And all of this happened because I took some cake decorating classes at a local Michael's.